Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox. I would like to welcome you to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is the series where I discuss books which impact the compliance practitioner, the legal professional, and the business professional. I hope you will enjoy this episode. Today I take up books about great thinkers. August 23, 2020, The Great Thinkers Edition. First, on the Abolition of Political Parties by Simone Weil. Simone Weil, philosopher, activist, mystic, one of the most uncompromising of modern spiritual masters. On the Abolition of all political parties, she challenges the foundation of modern liberal political order, making an argument that has particular resonance today when the apathy and anger of people and their self-serving partisanship of the political class present a threat to all democracies all over the world. Dissecting the dynamic of power and propaganda caused by the party's spirit, the increasing disregard for the truth in favor of opinion, and the consequential corruption of education, journalism, art, Weil makes a forceful case that a true politics can only begin when the party spirit ends. The volume also includes an admiring portrait of Weil by the great poet Milosevic and an essay about Weil's friendship with Albert Camus. Next up, Charisma and Disenchantment. The German sociologist Max Weber is one of the most venturesome, stimulating, and influential theorists of the modern condition. Among his most significant works are the so-called vocational lectures, published shortly after the end of World War I and delivered at the invitation of a group of student activists. The questions the students asked Weber to address was simple and haunting. In the modern world, characterized by the division of labor, economic expansion, and unrelenting change, was it still possible to consider an academic or political career as a genuine calling? In response, Weber offered his famous diagnosis of the disenchantment of the world, along with a challenging account of the place of morality in the classroom and in research. In the second lecture, he introduced the notion of political charisma, assigning in it a central role in the modern state. He even recognized that politics is more than anything a slow and difficult drilling of holes into hard boards. Damien Searle's new translation brings out the power and nuance of these celebrated lectures. Paul Ritter and Simon Wellman's introduction describes their historical background, reception, and influence. Weber's effort to rethink the idea of a public calling at the start of the tumultuous 20th century is revealed now to be as timely and as stirring as ever. Next up, We Only Have One Life to Live, the selected essays of Jean-Paul Satre. Jean-Paul Satre was a man of staggering gifts whose accomplishments as a philosopher, novelist, playwright, biographer, and activist still command attention and inspire debate. His restless intelligence may have found its most charismatic outline in the open-ended form of essay. For Sartre, the essay was essentially a dramatic form for the record, an encounter, the framing of a choice. Whether writing about literature, art, politics, or his own life, he seizes our attention and drives us to grapple with living issues that are at stake. We Only Have This Life to Live is the first gathering of his essays in English to draw on all 10 volumes of The Situations, the title under which Sartre collected his essays during his life, while also featuring his previous uncollected works, including the reports filed during his 1945 trip to America. Here Sartre writes about Faulkner, Fanon, the liberation of France, torture in Algeria, existentialism and Marxism, friends lost and found, and much else. It is an indispensable and panoramic value of the world of Jean-Paul Sartre. This month on The Compliance Life, I'm featuring Louis Saperman. Louis is formerly the CCO at Dun & Bradstreet and got them through their FCPA matter with a full declination. He's now at Panasonic North America. So check out The Compliance Life with Louis Saperman. Also, this month on 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program, I take up the role of the Board of Directors in a Best Practices Compliance Program. Check out these and many other podcasts on the Compliance Podcast Network.